Good evening. Welcome to this week's edition of StormCast. I'm your host, Joey Pisani. Great to have you guys back on again. We've got a great panel of our team members with us tonight. We've got Elena out in California. We got Cindy. Unfortunately, we can't see her, but she is in Ada, Oklahoma. My very own brother, JJ Pisani, up in Dayton, Tennessee. Lady Disaster, aka Jesse, Iowa Hawkeyes fan 101
Thank you.
out in Iowa, and our very own Great Northern, Stephen Kimball from up in Montana. We've got a great topics to talk about tonight. Again, I'm your host, Joey Pisani. Thanks for joining us here on this week's edition of StormCast. Elena's going to be filling us in on some of the latest flooding situation out there in California. Cindy and JJ are going to be talking about we're expecting a record warm March. Jesse's going to be covering some of the recent severe weather that we've seen this week across parts of the Northeast. Steven's going to be discussing the recent death of Twister star Bill Paxton. And I'll be talking about some of the upcoming severe weather that we are looking at for this coming week, especially Tuesday into Wednesday. So let's get right to it on this week's edition of StormCast. So Elena, we'll start with you. Tell us about what you saw this week out in California.
Well, going out to Big Sur, Highway 41 is completely closed due to a road being totally washed out, and it won't open anytime soon. Also, the dam that had problems that we were talking about, they're taking a shortcut and making a trench to try to get some of the water out. And if it doesn't work, then they're still going to have major flooding because we're going to get some more rain tomorrow through Tuesday. So
Not what they need out there. And speaking of the situation in California, the Weather Channel released a report today that the cost to repair California storm and flood damaged roads, the dams, and other infrastructure could top $1 billion. That's according to Governor Jerry Brown's finance director, Michael Cohen. That's what he said on Friday. So it's definitely something that we have to keep a close eye on as we go forward. The situation out there in California continues to worsen. Dan, good to have you with us. Welcome. Nice haircut. Go ahead, Elena.
Hello. How's it going, guys?
they're taking
Hey, Dan.
like street sweepers and street vacuums out on the roads that are open and pretty much sucking the water up big water trucks and taking it off the road so people can go across.
That's an interesting way to handle things. Use street sweepers and suction pumps to suck up the water off the roads and take it out to the ocean or wherever they're taking it. So definitely pretty interesting. Jay, tell us about what we're expecting temperature-wise for the month of March. I saw that it's supposed to be pretty warm. I know Dan last week was talking about some of the record warmth that he's seen in Wisconsin. So what are we looking at for March there, Jay?
We have weather that is going to be above average, especially in the southeast. Up north, where Ohio, West Virginia, they're going to get above average. If you go to the west coast, you're not going to have that. But I would say over 50% of the country is supposed to have above average. So it's we're going to have good weather this March. Right now in Dayton, Tennessee, it's 40. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 56. Wednesday is supposed to go to 67, but like on Friday, it goes back to 51. So right now we're having weather changes, but it'd be nice because normally we would get a nice cold week in early March before it starts warming up. So it'd be good if we can start having warm weather right away.
Yeah, I mean, and here in the southeast, we've already seen a lot of the different trees and plants already starting to bloom here in late February, and it's going to be interesting to see how, with this much above average temperature outlook that we're looking at for March, what impact that will have in the severe weather that we're looking at for March. Cindy, out in Oklahoma,
Yes.
aren't you expecting to see some severe weather here
Yes.
tomorrow and Tuesday?
Possibility of thunderstorms, not severe. They're saying just strong, maybe.
Yeah, except
It's been cold. It was nice and warm the beginning of last week, and then we had a rain. And then after the rain, it got cold and it stayed cold. Today it was only 50 degrees. Yesterday it was only 37. So it's been up and down. But now they're saying this record warmth is going to be probably epic. There's been a burn ban here. Let's see. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we had a burn ban here.
wow, yeah, I know
You
there was
it was
red
really
flag
bad.
warnings and stuff like that.
Yes, and it was very bad, and there was a lot of fires up in northeast Oklahoma, but nothing down here. So that was good. You know, it's going to get really, really warm here. I'm going to check it out on my map here. Give me a minute. I've got my weather here. I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah, I mean, and that severe weather is going to be continuing not only on Tuesday, but also into Wednesday. Looks like it could be a pretty wide, damaging. Mainly,
Yes.
Tuesday's going to be more the tornado possibility, but overall, this
Yes.
whole severe weather system looks to be a pretty big wind damaging event. As you can see there, thank you, Jesse, for pulling up that graphic there. We got the enhanced risk area from extreme southwest Illinois through the southeastern Missouri, about the northern half of Arkansas, into extreme east central Oklahoma. Slight risk surrounds that. That includes southern Illinois, Indiana, southwest Ohio, central and western Kentucky, western Tennessee, basically the entire state of Arkansas, northeast Texas, and eastern Oklahoma. So the primary threat's going to be wind damaging and hail, although we could see a couple of tornadoes maybe across portions of northern Arkansas on Tuesday. As we go into Wednesday, we're going to see that severe weather threat spread out a little bit more. So, Jess, if we can go to the day 4 outlook for Wednesday, we'll show you guys what we're looking at. There we go. So you can see for Wednesday, we've got an area basically from southern Pennsylvania and Ohio all the way through the Appalachians, stretches all the way back into even northern Louisiana and far northeast Texas. So a very widespread wind damaging system looking to unfold Wednesday. Not as much of a tornado threat on Wednesday compared to Tuesday, but definitely going to see some pretty big bowing segments with this system. And this is the end of February, and it's going to be really interesting to see what we're looking at for March. So, Dan, tell us a little bit about what the weather's been like up there in Wisconsin, and have you guys seen any trees blooming up there yet or anything crazy like that?
No, we won't see any trees or anything like that blooming for a little while yet. Although the weather earlier, well, technically last week now, would have indicated otherwise because it was pretty warm there for a while. But reality has set back in here in the north. We are in about the 30s right now. I was just taking a look at the forecast that's coming up for this week, and it looks like the highest we're going to get now is back up maybe to the mid-50s again by Tuesday, but that's going to bring in some rain with it. And then our highs get back down into the 30s as we go through later this week, with lows getting back down to the teens. So
wow. So yeah, I mean,
that is
definitely.
how we're going to be wrapping up February up here in Wisconsin, at least, my neck of the woods. So what a difference a week can make. Wind direction means everything here
In Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean, so that could really really change things up north. And are you? I mean, how do you know roughly how much snow you guys have received so far this winter?
Over by
Compared to
me,
what
it hasn't been nearly as much as the central and northern part of the state. I don't have any numbers, but just going based upon living here all my life, I would say it's well below average. Certainly below normal. February is on average the month that we see our most snow by month, and we haven't had that much at all. A lot of times we'll get those storms that come up from the Gulf. It brings all that moisture with it, and we'll get that real heavy wet snow that we can get some significant snow total amounts on, and we just haven't seen that at all this season yet.
Yeah.
So overall, it's been pretty mild. I would certainly say it's drier than normal. We really haven't seen any significant snow in my part of the state. You would have to go back almost to around Christmas for that. Now, a few days ago when that last storm system went through, central part of the state, I believe, got close to 10 inches. They may have broke that. But again, down here, it's been pretty dry.
Well, you know what? Even though you haven't had a whole lot of snow, it's been not as snowy there. I finally figured this out, Dan. I know what happened to all your snow. You want to know what happened to your snow?
What happened to all my snow? Another state stole it, I think.
No, it wasn't another state, my friend. It was actually another country. Iceland. Iceland stole your snow.
I blame
Reykjavik,
Iceland.
Iceland has had a record-breaking February snowstorm. Now, Iceland is typically green, and Greenland is typically ice.
Correct.
So for them to be getting this much snow, it was pretty record-breaking. So the snow depth was measured at 20.1 inches at 9 a.m. local time in the capital city of Iceland, which broke the previous record of February snow depth of 18.9 inches, which was set all the way back in 1952. That's according to the weather.com meteorologist Brian Donegan. January 1937 was the only other time that was exceeded where the snow depth was 21.6 inches. So they almost even exceeded their all-time record of 21.6. Came pretty close to it. So if you want some snow, you need to grab your passport and head over to Iceland and, have it shipped back to Wisconsin.
Yeah, certainly at least this part of Wisconsin, that is for sure. Our snowmobilers and skiers are not very happy this year.
Yeah, Steven, how's the winter been for you up in Montana? I mean, you've seen a bit more snow this year, haven't you?
Yes, and today we had snow all day, and it's been constantly snowing, and it's the last report I saw was 1.1 inch of snow, and I'm checking my radar now. It's been falling light snow, then it will go heavy snow, and it's been sticking to the ground. And we still have snow in our area that's falling, but the snow is not too bad out there. It's like 17 degrees, but could be worse, with the temperatures going low. But got to do what you got to deal with. But
That's right.
I went out and shoveled this afternoon with my mom. Helped her out with shoveling because she did everybody's driveway, and I did the sidewalk.
Yeah.
All the way down the whole block.
Yeah, so transitioning from snow, Steven, I heard we had heard some sad news today. Do you want to tell us about that?
Mr. Bill Paxton, the movie star of The Twister, died of complications from a surgery. Somebody said that they were doing something on his heart, and then he had a fatal stroke after.
Mm-hmm.
Fatal stroke after that, which actually is kind of crazy because stroke is where a tumor is in the brain, and it can do some bad stuff. And he was a storm chaser. He was a movie star. My favorite part is when the guy, he shows up and she talks with this lady, tries to have her sign the paperwork and stuff, and all of a sudden, boom, action comes out of nowhere, and they're going out on their vehicles, and they're driving down the driveway and everything, and one of the people in the storm chase vehicles are going to chase that tornado, and boom, they start flying down this dirt road, and it gets really crazy where he slams on the gas and gets that truck going, and there's another part where I thought it was crazy where the truck was spinning around in the tornado, and that was crazy.
Yeah, where's my truck?
Yeah.
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 There it is.
Some of the videos are pretty funny too. Dusty and those guys probably miss him. I bet you everybody that knew him will miss him, especially us storm chasers, us storm spotters.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of cool because all the storm spotters got together today and set their beacons to spell out the initials BP.
Yeah, that was cool.
On the radar today. So this is kind of what it looked like.
And I do have a question. How do you actually do that? I mean, that's unbelievable.
They just do it through GPS coordinates. So when you log into Spotter Network, like where you can set coordinates, they just have a list of GPS coordinates. So that's kind of how they do it.
This is amazing. All those red dots that you see on that radar is storm chasers and storm spotters. It's amazing. It's amazing how what big people can do, especially for a person like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the Kansas and Oklahoma border. It's like, wow, that is sweet. And
Well, isn't that pretty?
It is.
Isn't that pretty? Yes, it is. And
we can see what you're doing, Joey.
Yeah, I just forgot that I was.
And one of my buddies, Matt Smith, one of my buddies who's a semi truck driver / storm chaser. He is down there. He is down there for Bill Paxton's funeral. He's actually down there right now, waiting for the day of the funeral. So he's down there in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely a sad loss.
Yes.
But
Very.
great that people took the time to honor him and stuff like that. And it's going to be a very interesting spring. Severe weather season. Things are already starting off pretty intense. And Jesse, can you have your information on what we saw these past couple days? So we had a pretty decent severe weather event yesterday across parts of the Northeast. So just kind of tell us about that.
Well, yesterday we had several severe thunderstorm warnings come out. As a matter of fact, 79 of them. And there was 8 tornado warnings that were posted yesterday, and we do have some of them that were confirmed. National Weather Service, Baltimore, La Platte, Waldorf, in Charles County was an EF1 with 90-mile-per-hour winds, 125 yards wide, 8.5 miles long. We have National Weather Service, Taunton, Massachusetts, with an EF1.
Wow.
110-mile-an-hour winds. Not sure of the width. That one. National Weather Service, Binghamton, New York, for Luzerne County, all the way to, I'm thinking it's pronounced Moosic County, near Lackawanna County. That was an EF2 with 120 mile per hour winds, 500 yards wide, 12.8 miles long.
Wow.
National Weather Service at State College, Pennsylvania, reports out of York County, an EF1 with 90 miles per hour winds, 4 miles long, 100 yards wide. And Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, was just
That's where Bethany lives.
Winds, 95 mile per hour winds, 9 miles long and a half mile wide.
Wow. Half mile wide. See, and that's really interesting that you mentioned that there. Let me just pause you real quick there, Jesse, because sometimes people associate, if it's, a half mile wide tornado, it must be an EF4 or an EF5. Width of a tornado does not determine intensity. You could have a 2 mile wide tornado that could be only a EF2 or an EF3. So don't let that fool you. You can get, these wider tornadoes, and they're only maybe, that one was an EF1 you said, Jesse, the half mile one?
The half mile, where did that one go?
Lancaster.
That was straight line winds in Lancaster.
Wow.
What's going on?
Talking about tornadoes.
Hey, Tim, welcome to the call.
Because of temperature outlook for March on my screen, with this temperature, if this is supposed to happen, we're going to have more chances of tornado outbreak. And as you can see, this orange part. So we might have a lot more severe weather picking up in March than we normally do. So I just wanted to throw that in.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be really interesting. I mean, even getting severe weather, the widespread severe weather that we're expected to see on Wednesday from Pennsylvania all the way down to Texas, usually you're not seeing it that widespread this early in the year. It's typically limited to maybe just the southeastern states, Dixie Alley, but to see it already getting up into the northeast and into the southern Great Lakes region of like Illinois and Indiana and stuff like that, I have a funny feeling it's going to be a pretty long and widespread severe weather season for sure.
Yep.
So definitely want to make sure that you're prepared for it, and always, always, always have a way to receive warnings. Always have a way to receive warnings. So I know we've got some of our team members that are going to be in these areas. We've got Tim's going to be in it. JJ's going to be in it. I'm going to be in it on Wednesday. We've got Jeff and Eric are going to be in it in Arkansas. So we're going to have a pretty busy next couple days. So we're going to be rocking and rolling, I'm sure. So looking forward to it and working with all you guys.
And a great way to receive those warnings is to download the Zello app on your mobile device and search for extreme weather videos, where we announce all the severe storm warnings. Right, too.
Yeah, we have.
Or go to the forum where I rapidly post.
Either one.
There.
Yep.
That's
so
right.
You got multiple ways to get warnings from us, or follow our Twitter account, where we will retweet out the warnings as we are able to. so you can get warnings that way as well. We want to make sure that we're keeping you guys informed and doing our part what we can to keep the general public safe. That's why we have these stormcasts where we can talk about upcoming severe weather and things that we can learn from these different weather events and what we're looking at, and talk about outlooks. And it's just a really great time to get to connect with you guys. If anyone's interested that watch this and joining our team, we still have openings. You can visit our website, extremeweathervideos.com, and click on the Apply tab. We would be glad to get to have you join our team. Me, myself, Dan, or Jesse. We'll be glad to do an interview with you, and we've always got people joining our team from all over the country and the world even. So definitely be sure to check us out on extremeweathervideos.com.
Do I
Closing.
see Tim?
Yeah, Tim is on here. So
What's going on?
Woohoo!
well, we hear him, so that's good. Just like Cindy.
Tim's in the witness. Tim's in the witness protection program.
Can't see them, but you can hear them.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's okay.
They're in the witness protection program.
I'm
Yeah.
El Cognito.
Exactly.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
incognito mode. Exactly. So anyone have anything else they would like to add to this week's edition of Stormcast? Cindy, you got anything for us? Any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Well, make sure that if you're in severe weather that you have all your precautions. Make sure that if you're driving and you see water, turn around, don't drown.
Yeah.
If it's lightning, don't stand under it. Don't
When thunder
stand out
roars,
there.
go indoors.
Yes, go indoors. Yes. Yes.
Hey, Joey.
Unless you're chasers like us, then you go out there and find the stuff.
Exactly.
Or make sure your friend is taller than you.
Yes, thank
Exactly.
you. That is even better.
There's the one I was looking for.
Now that's a word of wisdom there.
There you
Hey,
go. Exactly.
Jesse.
What's up, Tim?
I was gonna tell Jesse after Wednesday I won't be storm deprived no more.
Exactly. You'll have finally broken out of your SDS, your supercell deprivation syndrome.
Well, now wait a minute. We'll have to see, because the last time we had
That is
an
true.
enhanced risk, we got nothing.
Yeah, Tim, do you remember
Had a
that?
slight risk. Yesterday we
Yeah,
had a slight risk,
I
and it
was
was
mad.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
true.
So you never know. Maybe Wednesday. I think Wednesday may be a bigger day than Tuesday's going to be. Both days look like there's going to be enhanced risk.
And guess who has off on Wednesday?
I have off on Wednesday too, Dan.
Yes.
So I might be going out on Wednesday. Maybe go up to Northwest Georgia, up to Woodstock or something like that, an hour away, and
There
get
we
myself
go.
Come up to
into that
Illinois.
enhanced risk. I'm not coming all the way up
Well,
to
on,
Illinois. No.
on Wednesday, for a couple hours, one of y'all is going to have to do the posting on the forum for me.
We can train Cindy on that, or Steven, or Tim,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
JJ.
For
JJ
a
works.
couple hours, because I have
I do have a surprise for everybody.
What's
They're
that?
running to
Is
another
it a
series.
puppy?
Your
No,
dog is
I got
pregnant, and you're going
something
to all to us.
Oh, nice.
look at
Nice.
that.
Nice, right on.
Hey,
That's awesome.
that is awesome. For
I like the
sure.
little sticker
Way to
in the
do,
top right
buddy.
corner. Nice job, Steven. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing
Well done, my friend. Well done.
that. Yep,
Young
but I
and
want
rich for all ages.
to, yeah. I want to thank everyone for joining us again for Stormcast. It's always great talking with you guys and talking with you guys. If you guys have a topic you want to hear about on a future Stormcast, Dan's telling me timeout. He's got something.
You sound like you're about ready to sign off, and
I am
don't know
about
if-
ready to wrap it up.
I don't know if you're going to go around the horn
Can't.
like you normally do, but if not, there was one thing I was going to mention before we sign
Go
off.
for it.
It was just a recommendation that we are ever so getting closer to approaching that storm season.
Yes.
That at least for my area, my local National Weather Service has put out the new schedule for becoming a storm spotter.
Mhm.
And if that's something that you're interested in, I would encourage you to log on to your local National Weather Service and just do a search for the spotter schedule that they're going to have. Around my area, our season is a bit later, so yours might already be active now.
Yeah,
Mine
like
doesn't
here
start
in
until
Georgia it is.
mid-March, and it goes all the way through at least most of, parts of April, and I think they extend it after that as well.
Yep, I know.
So I just
My area
wanted to
was
throw that out
yesterday.
there as well.
Actually, ours is
My
this
area
coming.
was yesterday, and I had to miss it.
Yeah, ours is this coming Saturday, and I'm going to be working. It's from 10 a.m. to noon in Tucker, Georgia, which is about 10 minutes from where I'm at the fire department there. But yeah, excellent suggestion there, Dan. If you're wanting to get Skywarn trained certified, just go to weather.gov/ whatever your office is, whether it's Atlanta or Wilmington or Milwaukee. And usually near the top of their homepage, they will have a link that says 2017 Skywarn Spotter Training Class Schedule. Just click that, and that'll have dates, the county, the place, location, and the time, and who you can contact to get signed up for those spotter classes. So definitely take advantage of those.
And what's nice about that is that even if you're not necessarily interested in becoming a spotter and, going through a notification process on getting that information out, as nice as that would be, and they would certainly encourage you to do so, even if that's not something that you're interested in, it would at least give you information, maybe a bit of peace of mind, knowing that now when you look up and there's severe weather in the area, you at least know what you're looking at, so that if there is an imminent severe threat nearby, you would be able to identify that before there's even a watch or a warning issue.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Tim,
Dan.
do you say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say on March 8th, I will not be in service from 6 to 9. The Paducah National Weather Service office is hosting a Weather Spotter Skywarn class, which I'm just gonna go get refreshers for. So I love doing these classes.
Awesome.
So that'd be at the Des Moines City Hall here in Perry County, Illinois, and I will not be on that evening.
Awesome. Yes, good to know. Again, I encourage everyone, if you're able to, definitely check it out. Again, thanks for everyone joining us for this week's StormCast. We'll be back next Sunday, March 5th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So looking forward to seeing everyone back here for that. And have a great night, everyone. As always, be sure to visit our website, extremeweathervideos.com, for more information and how you can get involved with our storm team. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
See you, Joey.